Here's a quick look at the new EDC system that I've been going around with. This was $30 on eBay. A vintage leather style hip pouch. Basically a nice looking dad fanny pack. It's got 4 compartments. It's got a singular small compartment in the back for an emergency blanket and wet wipes. Now, when you're becoming a dad, wet wipes are extremely important. This is also really good for the new coronavirus going around, COVID-19. Just having extra hand sanitizer and wet wipes are always a good thing to have out on town. This bag, $35 on Amazon, on eBay rather. The leather itself seems really good. The stitching is okay. Stitching hasn't come loose so far over the month I've been using it, but they have really cheaped out on the zippers, but I have not had a problem yet. I'm expecting this bag to hopefully last around about a year or two, and I'd be really happy if it lasts longer than that. Now this is from an Osprey small day bag, this little zipper assister. I just tied it on the end of the leather keeper here on the end of the zipper, just so I can hook a finger or just lightly grab it, and then it's open with a breeze. And inside, a variety of things I carry are Right in the Rain notepad, a pen, Altoids tin containing Band-Aids, AAA battery. This is a small vial of gripe water, salt, super glue, tweezers, water purification tablets, a small knife sharpener, a broken piece off of a Spyderco Sharpmaker rod, and a lot of fire starting tinder. Another small med kit. It's got burn gel. It's got burn gel as well as some wound seal. I've got 3 more vials of gripe water for when baby has upset stomachs. And of course, if you can't carry around a fixed blade, carry a large folder such as Cold Steel Recon 1. This is a great EDC G10 handle, 4-inch blade, Tanto style. This is the discontinued XHP model. XHP is probably my favorite everyday carry steel. You can literally cut cardboard and rope and do heavy duty tasks for over a week without having to actually resharpen this blade, so long as you strop it every day when you get home. Generous lanyard hole so you can make funky cool lanyards. Got my friend Yorick on the back there hanging out. Triad lock. So it's basically a folding fixed blade. And there's even a small sneaky little backup pocket as well. So if you wanted to hide some cash or some extra cards or even a passport or identification, that's no issue. And in here I also keep a small life straw. Not a life straw, sorry. This is from the Hydro Blue brand. This was less than $15 on eBay. So I definitely recommend grabbing at least 2 or 3 of those and squirreling them around and stashing them around your different EDC bags and around your home. On the left compartment, I've got hand sanitizer, a lighter. I know a lighter is a bushcraft sin because it's not a ferro rod and it's not a bow drill or anything like that, but I wanted to have a fire starting method that was at least one-handed operational, and even when it does run out of fuel, it still is useful with the spark wheel. Lip chap, also a good improvisation for lubricant, or if it's really, really cold, you could even use this in a pinch to cover your skin to prevent some frostbite. In Alberta and Yukon Territory, it's extremely dry, especially in winter. It's even worse, so having a Vicks vapor inhaler is a really good creature comfort item. And a very small mint tin with various medications. So I've got antidiuretic, regual, and Advils. There's nothing worse than having a headache and not being able to do anything about it. A small modification I did is I used the awl on one of my Victorinoxes, and that's the original hole to tighten down how long this magnetic flap is for. So I just punched 3 or 4 more holes so I could adjust taller things to fit into this flap. So I still got room to spare, but I've got my Olight, which I really love the clip because it can attach onto a hat. So you have an improvised headlamp. It's just a simple button on the back. So you got medium and high. Or you could even just keep lightly pressing it for a strobe mode or your SOS, depending how you pattern your thumb. And it just simply screws out the back with a very nice O-ring to change your AAA battery, which in my Altoids tin is the spare. It's really good to have some tools to maintain your tools. So I got this Kershaw bit driver. It's got several bits on the inside. I believe this will take care of most of your Cold Steel, Spyderco, and Benchmade folders. And it's even magnetic at the tip with several spots of knurling and jimping to unlock it. And probably my most used piece of EDC gear, the one thing I don't go without is my Leatherman, as long as I'm not carrying enough, even if I am carrying another, say, fixed plate or folder. This is the Charge. It came with a really nice sheath that I like to wear on the belt, but yeah, this thing is great. It's starting to loosen up over the year I've been using it. Once or twice a year I will hose down the whole thing with WD-40 to clean it out, and then spray it down with compressed air to get any of the gunk out. Lots of tools on the inside, pocket clip. Still have to make a lanyard for the hidden lanyard hole, which sticks out of this side from the bottom of the saw. And the reason I always carry a Leatherman no matter what is one time I was walking home from work and go to use the key to open the door, but the key being from the heat of my pocket and then being exposed to minus 40 degrees Celsius, the key broke in the lock. So I had to get out my Leatherman, grab the key, twist it to unlock the door, and then I was able to actually pull out the 1 or 2 millimeters of broken key sticking out, pull it out, and I was able to get myself back home and didn't have to break a window or anything in minus 40. I like Leatherman's heat treatment on the upgraded 154 cm steel on the blade. So this way, if this is all I have and I'm doing a heavy duty day at work of, say, cutting a lot of rope or cardboard or plant material, I know that this 154 cm blade at least could last me all day long cutting, and then I could take it home and touch it up and hone it. The best thing about the Leatherman as well is to maintain your other tools is having the portable diamond sharpener on the side here. Unfortunately, you can't sharpen the Leatherman with the Leatherman itself, but you can use this to at least touch up, say, your Moras or your other blades, your folders out on an extended camp or vacation or hike trip or whatnot. So that's been the new EDC for February as well as March, and probably the next upcoming months until this thing decides to kick the bucket and not work. Now I have a size 34 or 35 waist, and this thing fits just perfectly, but it cannot fit any larger. So if you have around the 35 to 36 waist, this strap will be useless, and you'd have to basically cut it off this portion and even use the get a new male size buckle and just make a longer strap on this part a few inches to fit the larger fellas. I like the dark chocolate color that's used on the leather. It stretches out pretty well. It hugs the waist and the back portion of your back really nicely. It's extremely comfortable. I was wearing this in a plus 40-degree greenhouse. I was wearing very breathable materials. I was wearing a Columbia shirt and pants, breathable work design pants, and that was the only time that this thing was uncomfortable to wear. But I still managed to get the job done and work the whole day with this on my back, and it was definitely comfortable enough to keep on working. All right, that's been the EDC lately. Take care, guys, and hope you stay safe during this crisis.